Good morning, Washington! Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if this camera's adjusted yet. It's snow! There's snow out there. There's a... It's hard to see that, isn't it? Yeah. There's the guy from the condo association with the snowblower. And yes, it's not Christmas. It's not New Year's. It's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And we got about how much? I'd say about 8 or 9, maybe 10 inches of snow out there. This is my camo backpack. I am rather camo obsessed, aren't I? And hello to Dina and Michael, my most loyal DCR TV watchers, Dina and Michael there. So, how you doing, Dina and Michael? Oh my goodness, I dropped a mouse. A mouse! They say. Let's see, Michael and Dina. What can I say about Michael and Dina? I don't know. Anyhow, So anyhow, how y'all doing, everybody? It's St. Patrick's Day here on DCR TV, the 17th of March, 2014. And some more news today about Don Geronimo. What's up with Don? I don't know. There's a lot of the big rumor now is that he's going to be joining that Realm network, that RELM. Mike O'Mara, Don and Mike, for 20 years were on WJFK, on WAVA before that and all that, and, the long Don and Mike show. Then they split, Don left the show in 2008, and then Mike kept it going for another year, and then CBS canceled the show when they flipped WJFK to Sports Talk in the middle of 2009, and Mike went off and did his podcast, and Don went off to Ocean City for a while, did some radio there, and then went out to Sacramento, did some radio there, and then came back on this WJFK for a few months earlier this year, and then his CBS contract ended, so now he's kind of a free agent. And so Mike's still doing his podcast, and Mike has his friends Oscar Santana and Rob Spiewak. They were the old, Spiewak was from the old Don and Mike show, and they originally had Buzz Burbank too, which was also from the old Don and Mike show. And then last year, Buzz switched and went over to Mark Ronick, who was Mike O'Mara's business manager, went and started his own network called the Realm Network. But it's not just Mark; it's a bunch of other people too. And I can't remember Mike Elston, who is Buzz Burbank. So it's Buzz Burbank and Mark and somebody else who I can't think of at the moment. Anyhow, they started the Realm Network. So now you have Mike O'Mara's podcast over here with Rob and Oscar. And then you have the Realm Network with Buzz Burbank and Mark Ronick. And it looks like now Don Geronimo on this side and some others. And they're kind of like two rival podcast camps, okay? So that's what we're seeing develop. That's the latest development. It's looking like North and South Korea. What's going on with North and South Korea, the rivalry? It's looking more and more like the Crimea and the Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, Crimea. Let's see, the Ukraine is Mike O'Mara, and the Crimean area is Don Geronimo. And Russia is the Realm Network, and now the Realm Network has come in and invaded Crimea and is taking Don Geronimo, and now Mike O'Mara in Ukraine is now stuck without Crimea. I don't know, whatever. Anyhow, it's just continuing to go on and on. It's interesting. So I imagine sometime this month or maybe next we'll hear some sort of an official announcement. I think it's going to have to wait until Don Geronimo's contract with CBS is over, because he's still technically a CBS employee, okay? Washington Post today. Again, here's this big long thing about the NCAA, March Madness stuff, and they have a 14-page supplement on it. 14 pages, and what it's noted for basically is no ads. It's 14 pages of no ads, except, of course, for the center spread And there's two steel chainsaw ads, still STIHL chainsaw ads, two of them, and that's it. The rest of this thing, including the back page, no ads. You look at the Washington Post sports section today, no ads, no ads, no ads, no ads. I don't know. What do you do? What do you do? Still enjoying the new computer here. As I told you a little while back, somebody built me this real crazy wild computer and donated it to DCR TV, and I'm still loving it. It's really cool. It's got the little, you can watch the little windows in there and everything. It's like a little window, little mice turning the wheel in there, but very cool. So one of the things I did was on the computer here was I been doing a lot of. They gave me a nice sound system too, and it comes with a little subwoofer down there on the floor, which you can. There it is. So I've been trying out a lot of online streams, just seeing what they sound like, and a lot of them really amazing stuff. Listen to WTMD because I can't get WTMD down here in the Northern Virginia area. And I wanted to tell you some of my favorite radio stations, okay? Online radio, okay? And I'll give you a quick compendium of what I'm listening to online now here on Dave TV. For music, I think my favorite music station has to be something called BBC Radio 6.
And this is a Six Musics Recommends track chosen by our own Gid Cole, who has his own slot and recommends as well. It's a new single from Oliver Wilde. And Gid says, I really like the record he put out last year. A brief introduction to Natural Light Years. Why? Because there was plenty going on there and it was beautiful and seemed to come out of nowhere. That's as much as I can say about it. But if you haven't heard it, I recommend you do. And then prepare for the new album, which is out in May. Very much looking forward to hearing the rest of it. If you go to the Six Music Recommends page on the Six website, you can find out more information on all of the programmes. You can also follow the Six Music Recommends playlist on the BBC Playlister. So it's got selections from all four of us who are on the programmes. Mark Riley, Gideon Coe, Giles Peterson, Tom Brumpton and me as well. So I guess that makes 5. I can add, not very well. Up next on 6, Radcliffe and McConey, joined by the mighty Pete Wiley. Have a wonderful afternoon. Hope to speak to you in the morning, if not this evening, with 6 Music Recommends from midnight. Here's Gid's selection from his programme. This is Oliver Wilde and the new track Play and Be Saved.
Well, what I've always said was I want a rock station that's intelligent and plays lots of cool new stuff. Is that too much to ask? Not like WB just plays these old, tired, old songs. And DC 101, which they play new stuff on DC 101. It's the same stuff over and over and over and over. It's not geared to adults. It's kind of geared to kids. And there's no intelligence behind it. And this is BBC Radio 6 called 6 Music, which you can get at bbc.co.uk/6music. Or just go search BBC 6 Music. And it's really cool. It's a rock station, but it's intelligent. It's bold. It plays a lot of really cool stuff. It's got intelligent presenters. And it's one of my favorites. So it's one of the things, I crank it up, and it beats the SHIT out of anything in the Washington, Baltimore radio by a long shot. Also, other stations I've been listening to a lot lately include WXPN out of Philadelphia, which is really cool. It's kind of a world music station. But a lot of cool music, play a lot of world music, but they play a lot of progressive rock and a lot of stuff like that. KEXP out of Seattle, I've been listening to a lot of really cool alt rock, the progressive rock station there. As I said, Baltimore's WTMD is very cool. On the talk side, I like to listen to a lot of BBC Radio 4, which is kind of like their version of NPR. And the other thing, when I'm in a different kind of mood, when I'm in kind of like a contemplative mood. Let's see if I can pull this one up. Let's see if, oh my goodness, what did I do with that? Oh my goodness. Let's close that. And that doesn't go away because I have this loaded over here. So if we go over here, there's something called the Jonathan Channel, okay? This is WNYC in New York. And it's a really cool...
It's
It's a really cool kind of what I call like American Popular Standards channel. You know, years ago, there used to be a radio station called WQEW in New York, which was based off of the old WNEW in New York. It was run by the New York Times for a while. Anyhow, they had this really cool adult popular standards format. And so a guy named Jonathan Schwartz, I guess who worked on that old station, now does this stream for WNYC, which is a public radio station in New York. And it's got all these brilliant old crooners, Frank Sinatra and Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney and stuff like that. And they put it together in a really nice package. And it's not just the music, but they have really intelligent people, presenters in between that tell you what you're listening to. And really cool stuff. So it's called the Jonathan Channel. And it's becoming one of my favorites. I'll almost put this on in the afternoon when I'm lounging around in my lounging around in my bathrobe, and I do that sometimes. What the hell? And my champagne as I'm updating the website. But the Jonathan Channel, really cool. It's at WNYC.org. And it's amazing when you listen to it on these really good speakers how incredibly beautiful the audio is. It's just like, wow. Just an amazing channel there. So that's what I'm listening to a lot these days on the internet via my brand new computer, which I am loving. Thank you so much to the kind gentleman who donated this to DCR TV. I've also subscribed to Netflix, and I do like Netflix a lot. I did the 1 month free preview of it, free trial, and I watched House of Cards, which was I watched Arrested Development Season 4, which was okay, not great. And I've been watching some documentaries and stuff and some movies on it, and it's pretty good. But, again, when you're watching in prime time, like 7, 8 o'clock at night, a lot of hiccups, a lot of technical glitches, a lot of stops, and the little wheel comes spinning and as it tries to catch up. I don't know. Maybe Netflix is just a little too popular. It's annoying when you're watching a really good movie and then all of a sudden it just freezes and has to rebuffer or whatever it's doing. I don't know if where that problem is. My internet seems to be working fine. I have to guess it's with their servers because I can But anyhow, that's the thing that's driving me nuts. To be watching a movie and then all of a sudden it just stops. Ah! I'm not paying. Honestly, I'm seriously saying I'm not going to pay for that kind of a service that's full of glitches like that. There's some good stuff to watch on that channel, but I've got plenty of other good things to watch. So whatever. I'm not sure. I have to decide by the 23rd whether I'm going to opt for to pay for it. So I haven't decided yet. All right, folks, that's Dave TV for today. Happy St. Patrick's Day as you go out and shovel snow off your car again. And as a special, I'm wearing green today. That's right. I'm wearing green. I got the green camos out specially for today. All right, thanks for watching Dave TV for St. Patrick's Day 2014. Book 'em, Dano.